Hi guys, welcome to another beer review. Got what I'm hoping is a special one, and it's Sunday, and I thought why not have an Imperial Stout on a Sunday to end the week. And today's beer is from the Schönramer brewery, or Brauerei Schönram, I believe that's the proper brewery name. Privat Landbrauerei Schönram. And this is their Imperial Stout, which is clocking in at 9.5%. Just about to prepare some food, so I'm sure this is gonna, finish off the evening really nicely. But yeah, if you go into Rate Beer and you go into like the top 50 German beers, you'll see that pretty much all of the barrel-aged versions of this Imperial Stout appear in the top 50. So it is somewhat highly regarded, and one of the few German craft beers to appear on the top 50 beer list from Rate Beer. But of course, you take those sorts of websites with a pinch of salt, I suppose. But yeah, Imperial Stout. I haven't actually had that many Imperial Strength Stouts. But I do enjoy a good stout, and it's a somewhat gloomy, slightly chilly for a Sunday afternoon, so perfect. And I picked this up really quite cheap in a supermarket of all places, which is always a good thing. So yeah, not much in terms of smoke coming out the bottle. This is pretty much at room temperature, and yeah, because I don't really want to have something like this chilled. I'm sure it'll taste, won't taste significantly different having it a bit chilled, but for an Imperial Strength Stout, you want something that's a little bit warming. So yeah, got no craft glasses left, so I'm using the infamous cocktail glass of doom for this one. And yeah, let's pour it in. So right away, I can hear quite a bit of carbonation in there. It is pouring a little bit thin. I mean, I wasn't expecting an oil slick coming out of the bottle, but yeah, a little bit thin. But I'm sure Simon over at Real Old Craft Beer reviewed this one, and I'm sure he had like concerns over how thin it was, but it ended up being a good beer. So when I saw this in one of the supermarkets for a really good price, I thought, why not pick one up? So, beer in the glass, and not really a jet black beer, just a really dark, intense mahogany almost, and poured with about one finger's worth of tan coloured, almost like a mocha coffee coloured head. And yeah, it does look like a coffee from a distance, so good sign so far. So anyway, looks good. Let's see what it smells like. And I'm definitely getting a boozy fruitiness right up front. That's the instant thing I'm getting. Like rum-soaked raisins, cherries, that sort of thing. Pick it up on the malt as well. It's a nice woody, malty character. There's a slight toffee sweetness on the aroma, not too sickly sweet. A little bit peaty. It's got like a little bit of like a tickly spiciness right on the end. But yeah, it does taste, well, smells like a really boozy, fruity, like lump, if you get what I mean. Like as if you're preparing like a Christmas cake. When you first start and you're just pouring like brandy in there, whiskey, then you're getting those sultanas soaked up. But it's not an intense smell, not overbearing. It's a really nice and mild, pleasant aroma. Maybe getting a bit of caramel as well. Almost like a Malteser sort of aroma. Well, that's what's in my head when I'm smelling this one. Yeah, sharper noses will pick up a hell of a lot more than I am. But the bottom line is, it smells damn good. So let's see if it tastes as good. Cheers. that is really nice and smooth. The carbonation's there, but it's just nice and calming, and it almost, you feel like you've got a film around your mouth after you've drunk it. I'm definitely getting a coffee there. Maybe a coffee with a little bit of either whiskey or brandy in there, slightly sweetened. It's a bit smoky. You're getting woody characteristics there. I'm not too sure about the specific process of the Imperial Stouts, but with my very limited experience with barrel-aged beers, I'm getting that sort of complexity there. And I tell you what, that is a really nice, not too heavy, not too overpowering. It is slightly mild but flavourful. And you know what? 9.5%, they've done an absolutely wonderful job of masking that alcohol. You don't get any unpleasant alcohol burn on the palate. You don't get any unpleasant alcohol burn as it goes down. Just that warmth that you expect. And you know what? Come autumn, winter time, when you've bought a bottle of this in the summer and you've let it age at Christmas, that's going to be absolutely gorgeous come the end of the year. And you know what? I can imagine the different barreled aged versions of this one to be just phenomenal beers, because that is a really, really solid beer indeed. And these guys are in charge of one of probably my favourite, well, it's definitely up there, one of my favourite German IPAs. When I first had their IPA, it sort of reminded me of Brewdog's Punk IPA, and I'm yet to revisit that in video form. But this beer, absolutely fantastic. And it's even if you're relatively new to craft beer and you've had your stouts but you've never really had anything of a high ABV, this isn't going to put anyone off, but at the same time it's going to please people who like their Imperial Stouts. Wonderful little beer. It's chocolatey, it's slightly fruity, you get coffee flavours, you get a woodiness, a smokiness. It's robust, it's complex, but it's not overpowering, it's not overbearing, it's not too heavy, but it's not too thin. It's deceptively thin on the pour, but it's so silky, velvety smooth as it goes down, with a really nice, subtle carbonation that just helps it along and doesn't, even though you get a slight film on your palate, it's not unpleasant, and the taste lingers. Not too bitter either, which, you know, it's always a plus for me, because I'm slowly getting into more bitter beers. But yeah, a fantastic little beer. If you ever get the chance to try it, or any of its barrel-aged counterparts, do yourself a favour and try it, because it's definitely up there. Even with my limited experience of the specific style of stout, it is a wonderful little beer, and I can't not give it, you know, I can't really criticise it too much. So it's an easy 10 out of 10, because there's no negativity with this one. So easy drinking, but you've got flavour there, you've got something special. And yeah, aging this, get one of the barrel aged versions, you're in for a treat indeed. And yeah, definitely the best beer that I've tried from Schönramer so far. So if you've tried this beer or any of the barrel aged versions of this one, let me know your thoughts and opinions. How does this compare to other Imperial Stouts? What's your favourite Imperial Stout? Let me know in the comments, because styles like this, every now and then, just like at the end of the week or come Christmas, that sort of thing, beers like this, you know, they're going to be untouchable, no matter if you're an IPA hophead or a lager lout. You know, there's just something nice and special about this one. So yeah, hit me up in the comments. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised by this beer. I knew it's going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be that good. Yeah, check out my stout playlist down below. Subscribe for more beer reviews, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and yeah, most importantly, I hope you guys are drinking something that's as good as this, if not better. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Cheers, guys.